What up, guys? My name's Cody. It's another UFC 4 training camp, and I've been asking you guys since the start to reach out, let me know which topics you want to see me cover, let me know what you need help on, and I'm going to do my best to do so. And a lot of you guys have, and you've let me know that you need help in the cage. You've let me know you need help stopping the driving takedowns and denying these transitions, so here you go. First things first, let's talk about the dreaded driving takedown. Anytime your opponent is pushed back even one step, you can hold LT and LB on Xbox or L1 and L2 on PS4 and then go back or away from your opponent on the right analog and you'll complete a driving takedown. This is going to drive your opponent to the cage. Now the farther you have to drive them to get to the cage, the more stamina it's going to be used, but it's extremely hard to deny. So anytime you need to get your opponent on the cage, you can do so. Now with that being said, on the other side of it, if your opponent's looking to drive you, or you're fighting a Khabib and he's been looking to back you up, a lot of times you gotta know that they're looking to drive you to the cage. So a big thing to be aware of, if I throw a combination here, and then I look to or he's going to throw back, or I need to take a step back to let my stamina recharge, be aware that he might use that chance where you take a step back to recharge or block. He might take that one step as an opportunity to as soon as you take that step back, to drive you to the cage. And if you aren't good at denying these cage transitions, you're going to give up a free takedown every single time. Now, this double leg position is going to be the most common position, which I think makes it the most important position on the cage. Because what a lot of people do here is they try to just rush and break or transition immediately out, when really what you want to do is be patient, look at your opponent, and look where you need to deny. If you see him go for your legs, like this, if he tries to grab your legs and go for a double leg, then you're just going to RT down, or R2 on PS4 and down on the right analog. So the second he goes for your legs, RT down, denied. He only has two other choices, and he can go for this body lock. So if you see him reach up and go for the body lock, it's going to be the exact opposite. Instead of going low, he's coming high. If he does that, you just look at your grapple circle. You see that my choice right there says double unders is right, so deny right. So the second you see him going up, you just RT or R2 on PS4 and right on the right analog, and there's the denial. His only other choice, because they're never going to break, if they put you on the cage, they're not going to give you a break unless you deny them, which is what you want. So if they break, you're out of this trouble. You're good. His only other choice is going to be going single leg. You can see the animation. He's just reaching over for your other leg. If you see that one, it's going to be just like your grapple circle says. It's left, the opposite of double unders. So the second you see that coming, RT left, denied. Now that you know all three of the possible transitions your opponent can do in this scenario, let's talk about what the more advanced players will do. Because while sometimes they might just take you to the cage and immediately look to take you down, a lot of the better players are going to take you to the cage, they're going to be patient, they're going to get you to bite on a couple fakes so they can grow that grapple advantage, which is that top middle bar that we talked about on a couple earlier videos. Now, getting that to their grapple advantage to grow by getting you to bite on a couple fakes will make their transition go faster. So what a lot of players will like to do is they might shoot one or two fakes towards your legs like this, and then they go immediately into the body lock and take you down. This is insanely fast if you can get your opponent to bite on the fakes. Now that you can see that allowing your opponent to grow their grapple advantage is going to make it way tougher for you to deny their transitions and get your back off the cage, the best way that you can prevent them from growing their grapple advantage is by making sure you're not biting on useless fakes. If he's just grabbing your legs quickly like this, make sure, especially if it's in the beginning, like I said, a lot of the advanced players are going to want to do a fake or two to your legs and then go high. It's just faster than if they go high and then end up going low. So a lot of times, they're going to fake once or twice low. You just have to know that if they don't hold that transition for a second, it's a fake. Don't bite on it. Wait for them to go high, and then the second they go high, you're denying that. The ref's going to break y'all, or the guy's going to realize taking you down off the cage isn't so easy, and he's probably just going to break. Now that we talked about this double leg position, let's talk about the single leg position, even though it's going to be basically the exact same thing. Now, just like double leg position, you're going to look at your wheel, and if he goes up high, like he's going for that body lock or the double unders, you're just going to RT to the right, or R2 if you're on PS4 and to the right, because that's your double unders position. So if he goes for it, RT and to the right, and there's the denial. And if he goes for your leg like he's trying to finish the single leg, just like the other position, as soon as you see him going low and he's trying to finish that, RT down. Boom, there's the denial. And you deny him a couple times, he's going to probably just break, or the referee's going to separate y'all. Just practice these denials. Get patient. Not everybody's going to do the exact same thing. Not everyone's going to go low twice and then go high. But just keep that in the back of your mind, because you'd be surprised how many people do the exact same things and at the same time know how to deny all of them. Take your time. Look where he's going. Is he going low? It's pretty simple. If you stick to denying either the body lock or the takedown, the actual takedown, you don't have to worry too much about him switching between single and double, unless he starts spamming it, because as long as you deny, if you can deny the body lock or deny the single or double leg, he won't be able to take you down, and he's really just going to be wasting his own stamina as you deny him and time of the fight, and that's not doing damage. So you're winning the fight as you're denying that. As long as you're not losing and needing to come back from behind, I mean, he's going to have to do something. Now, while I just said to focus on the single and double leg takedown and the body lock, because if you deny those every time, they can't take you down. What a lot of the more advanced players will do, because they know that after a couple denials or after about 20 seconds or so, the referee will split you up. They'll use this odd feature. I don't know why this is in the game, but if I'm in double leg and let's say I go for a takedown and he takes me and he denies it, and I go for another takedown, he denies it, or I go for the body lock, he denies it, for whatever reason, he gets a couple denials on me. If I switch to the single leg, this resets the clock with the referee, and now it's as if we just got to the cage and the clock's at 0, and now I have another couple transitions to work with, or another like 20 seconds or so before the referee will think about splitting us up. Now, I don't know why they added this to the game, but it's there, so it's good to know on both sides. Maybe you're the guy whose back's on the cage, and the guy is just going to try to keep you on the cage as long as possible because he thinks he's up on the scorecards and he's just trying to waste the clock. It's something that people do, so just keep in mind, every time you switch from the double leg position to the single leg and the single leg to the double leg, it resets the clock with the referee and it gives you longer time to work. One more quick tip before we get out of here. I've noticed that a lot of people don't know that right before EA stopped patching the game, they added this amplify button, and that's going to speed up your transitions. Mostly on the ground, but there's a couple positions in the clinch where you can speed up a transition at the cost of using more stamina, and that's going to be with the RB on Xbox or R1 on PS4. And like I said, in this position here, if you use it to amplify your double leg, so instead of shooting the double leg here, and it'll be about that fast, if you add that RB on Xbox, R1 on PS4, and amplify the takedown, and you shoot it like that, whew, it uses a lot of stamina, but it's nearly impossible to defend. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I hope you learned something. Like I said, I did this one because a lot of people were reaching out saying they needed help on the cage. So make sure you leave me a message in the comments or Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and let me know what you want to see for the next video. I'm going to be dropping another one next Friday. So make sure you leave a subscribe, turn post notifications on, all that good stuff. And leave a like if you liked it. Otherwise, tell me in the comments why I'm terrible at making videos, and I'll see y'all next Friday. Peace.